Two husbands are given the dream come true when they receive a week's pass to do whatever they want in the new comedy from the Farrelly brothers. Hello there, everybody. As always, for RealScreenReviews.com, I'm film critic Nick Iacubucci, and our next movie review is Hall Pass. Hall Pass opened nationwide on Friday, February 25th, 2011, and it features Owen Wilson, Jason Sudeikis, Jenna Fischer, and Christina Applegate. This film comes to us from the directing team of the Farrelly brothers, the very talented and comic duo responsible for such classics as There's Something About Mary, Dumb and Dumber, and Kingpin. This time out, they use marriage, fidelity, and the usual big laughs to deliver us a wonderful and extremely effective laugh-out-loud comedy. Our story centers around Owen Wilson's Rick and Jason Sudeikis' Fred, who are best friends and not only have been for quite a while, something else that they have also been for quite a while, and that's married. They both seem to have fallen into the typical marriage trap of life becoming the same old thing day after day, and Rick and Fred's agitation is spilling over into the lives of their significant others as well. Their wives then follow anything but the typical spousal approach and grant the men a hall pass for 7 days, or the freedom to go and do whatever you want without the consequences of their actions ever coming back to haunt them. Now, this sounds like the proverbial hitting the lottery to our heroes at first, but they soon come to realize that the dating scene isn't just another scene, it's an entirely different planet or universe to what they are accustomed to. And as the story progresses, the only thing they seem to learn is be careful what you wish for. Well, people, once Hall Pass gets rolling, it's funny, and it's the first really good film of 2011. It is entertaining, it's enjoyable, and it's laugh-out-loud funny with big, solid laughs throughout. This movie, also remember, is a Farrelly Brothers film and makes as much use of the R rating as humanly possible. The conversations between these guys are hilarious, and I especially enjoyed the segment of Fred testing out his new pickup lines at the bar. There are adult situations and language prevalent the entire running time of this feature, and the use of nudity was nothing short of shockingly humorous in many spots. I can start with Owen Wilson and Jason Sudeikis that are just great together and continually play off each other throughout. It looked to me like these two guys had a blast making this movie, and I had a blast watching them. Owen Wilson, as I've said before, has a certain charm that made him the only good part of both How Do You Know and Little Fockers, and he brings just as much fun to this role as well. And after seeing Jason Sudeikis in the much overlooked Going the Distance and now this, I can easily see him headlining a feature all his own soon enough. I would go so far as to classify them as extremely likable buffoons that you just can't help but root for. Now this takes me to Jenna Fischer and Christina Applegate, who are as sweet as they are beautiful. I think that every man in America knows that secretly we all want to bring Jenna Fischer home to meet our folks. She is the quintessential symbol of honesty and innocence and conveys that into the characters that she brings to life on TV and on the big screen. And Christina Applegate is just simply fantastic. When she was younger, she was the definition of hot and has not only matured into a beautiful woman, but I think she's at the top of her game as one of the more trusted and solid actresses working in Hollywood today. You can also throw in more welcome laughs and wonderful cameos from Joy Behar, Alyssa Milano, and the great character actor and Farrelly Brothers regular Richard Jenkins. When working with this kind of off-the-wall premise, eventually reality is going to set in on both sides of the marriage, and the choices that were made are going to have consequences that go along with them. The film does raise a couple of good questions. If your wife gave you the week, not only would you use it, but could you use it without conscience? And just because she says it's okay, is it really okay? In the end, there is a distinct message in Hall Pass, and it's a clear good one. The characters have morals, and their family issues are a factor all along. Just like the wonderful Judd Apatow, the Farrelly brothers have a unique ability to incorporate real problems and conflicts into relentless bouts of comic hilarity. At 98 minutes, Hall Pass isn't too long or too short, it's just plain funny. The whole thing flew by once it got started, and I can't endorse it enough. It's pretty easy to embrace a film that as it plays out, you discover how much you love someone else, yourself, and your own life. A very solid and highly recommended 3 stars out of 4. And remember, people, I'm not always right, only when it comes to the movies. And thank you very much for your attention.